How y'all doing? This is Devorjae, and this is True 7. And this is part 2 about Aries. Now, this is just going to be probably just more in-depth, detailed, just very detailed descriptions of the Aries sign and as in-depth as its aspects, and also its planets and signs of the houses they can be in, and how it can affect how your personality interacts with the world, and why. I guess to give a more just a summarized intro about Aries, and then now we're gonna get into the more detailed descriptions of it. Like Aries is the fire sign. It's the first sign of the zodiac, which it being the first sign of the zodiac, and how was saying that it is the basically the baby of the chart. Kind of like when, like I said, even the psychology of the zodiac chart within the human psychological evolution is, since it is the pure energy, this natural energy, this is the baby is when it comes into the world. This is everything is when it's created. It's one, and it's singular. It's all about self, so it's going to be very selfish, just as a baby would when it comes to, like, not every baby, but this gets. That will go. I'll talk about that later in this video. How it gets more into how even we come out naturally as a baby, is how we see a baby at the age of 1, how their personality starts to play on who they are already naturally, how they react with the world. I'll talk about that later, but then what house it would be in and how that reacts to how the person will be. But with it being the baby and it being the selfish one and being the mind. It will, I want to see it right now, see it going in. It will basically want everything for itself as a child would, so that means it also will be sensitive when it doesn't get what it wants, which goes into its bratty approach to life. When it's like, when they're Aries is sad, you're gonna know it, and they can explode right then and there, depending on where placement is, because they can be so spontaneous in how they attack their emotional world. It can explode, such as maybe your moon could be in Aries, and when your moon is in Aries, that would make you, like I said, Aries is offensive and all about attack. When your moon is in Aries, it goes to more defense, because in defending it with energy and right then and very spontaneously, because the moon is all about how your emotional side and how you really deal with the world, like your real reflective self all the time, because darkness is always beats light. Well, they're balanced, but it was darkness before light. So when it comes to the moon is out at night, and they were just only reflecting light at night on the darkness. Whereas not the sun, if the sun isn't on one side of the plane of the planet, the moon will be reflecting the light, so there is at least a little light to show even in the night. So, and remember, the moon was here way before the sun also, and it's half natural, half man-made object. And I'll go about that on another video. But when it's in the moon, it's going to be defensive, and it's going to defend it with passion. So, and as I said, if you're Aries, Mercury's in Aries, it's very direct, very straightforward, very erratic. Let's see. We'll get the moon in Aries. Oh yeah, they're gonna always be like they're gonna have that independent streak. I mean, Aries are already gonna be independent, but it's gonna be like a going forward for security and passion. So, yes, Mercury and Aries, I said straightforward with Mercury being Aries. They're excellent since they're going to be very passionate in how they're communicating. They're going to be good. They'll be good at marketing. They'll be good at promoting. They'll be good at getting a message out there. Like I said, pioneer is the best trait to describe for Aries. So since having that pioneer, they're able to enthusiastically be out in the world, or if not out in the world, in some way get a message across enthusiastically with the upbeatness, streaking. So when your Venus is in Aries, you're gonna be very upfront with your love, very, very quick, very easy, very like then, there, and now, straightforward to the point within how you love. So if your Venus is in Aries, they'll have to always be basically moving on. Mostly their accord. If they're active, you have to be able to like basically keep up with them. And then when they want to slow down, you have to be able to slow down for them. So that's pretty much how the Venus in Aries will love. I guess short description of that. You know, your Mars in Aries is in Aries, like I've already said in the first video. It's in its home planet. It's going to be very, very overcoming and ready for battle all the time. It's pedal to the metal, full throttle. But there's something else I can say about Mars and Aries. Since I said they're always ready for battle, they're very easy irritated. Like they don't like something, they're gonna be irritated when and they can still be off your show it and all that kind of stuff. And, so if your Aries is an ascending, to the world, to how you come to your ascendant, how your light shines when the sun is coming up, even when it's going down. Everyone sees a light everywhere coming down and going up from the side. So that's how everyone sees you outside world. So you're rising, that's your ascendant. That's how you come up in the world. Rihanna will be a good example. She's a Pisces sun, but she's an Aries rising. And the thing is, when your sun is in Pisces, your Mercury is the next planet over. So your Mercury is either going to be in Aquarius or Aries, or it can be in Pisces. But your ascendant can be in any sign, and her ascendant just happens to be in Aries, which is next to it. I don't know what her Mercury and her Moon and those other inner planets are, but just through how she comes off to the world, it's very independent, one and only, me, what I want, very streaky, very edgy, and those things just depict the Aries ascendant. Even the features, her face, she looks like she has that. If you look, she has the Aries, and then even down to the psychology, like Aries, they're very into mythology and everything that has to dabble in ocular history, everything. So it's it's amazing. It's cool, but I think that's pretty much a pretty good touch with Aries ascendant. They're always trying to stir up some activity. They're probably always trying to cause some commotion. Always instigating, most likely. But I mean, that's pretty much on the the inner planets. I'm not gonna go too much in detail to the Jupiter And Saturn went all those went in Aries, and most of the generational planets are within the back of the chart, the more mystical ones, the ones you can't really touch, and they're not really material realms. So it goes more about generations and how the energies are moving at those points. So that's I would say that for maybe another video later to go into that. But that's, I guess, more of a detailed, more within. Oh yeah, let me touch on those. We got probably 3 or 4 minutes within houses, and then how, like I was saying, when a child even comes out, their pure energy, how their natural personality will shine. Like there could be, you can have a kid that's 1 year old, 2 year old, 9 months, 3 year old, and they're the in your face, always trying to get into something, moving around, talking to people, trying to figure out stuff already, asking whys and all that. And then you can have a child it can be born within the Aries month and all that, but just so happen to have a Mercury and Pisces and maybe even Moon and Pisces, who knows, just more shy signs, more water, just more introverted or signs within their chart, depending on its placement in certain houses, and depending on that house and what aspect it controls within the realm of flow within your energies, how they interact with the world and other energies. They would be born an Aries sun, but won't be the in the face all of a sudden. They could be more reserved and just shy and not really want to talk to people, but still have a confidence and a studying attitude, thinking and staying afloat with everything and being its own person. So that's just so many aspects that it can hit you with. You can honestly, I'm gonna start doing consultations, but you can find out all this information on your own. I'm just trying to get birth charts done. I would do birth charts too, because me, I don't do it. But yeah, so that's pretty much the detailed background more with Aries. And this is Devorjae, Ocean Boy D, Truth 7, TRU 7H. Bye bye.